percent of completion. I didn't manage to get 100%. So this is the topics that all of you have to follow. There you go. You got your uh, VLAN and trunking, port fast, router on stick, switch virtual interface, some SPI, DHCP server. So all of this is gonna it's gonna cost some DHCP. It's gonna get controlled by DHCP server. So yeah, the first thing you want to do. So you wanted to configure the thing in here, right there, in the router one. So you have to configure all of this. As you can see, there's all my configuration right there. Configure all of this with the host, with the name, and there you go. This is all the configuration. And then wait, uh, yeah. So you have to configure the VLAN. With all of this, you have to configure it with the host name and then configure the password with the Cisco. So you have to enable the secret password, which is Cisco. Mhm. Then you wanted to create the VLAN and set the VLAN name as display and configure port fast and all of interface that connected to PC, configure SVI and DHCP server in core switch 2 for all VLAN. Set the DNS server to 192.168.90.2 and below. So this is the IP address for the VLAN 10, 20, and 30. So the first thing we're gonna do is to configure this part of area right here. So we go to the core switch 2. So and this is the MLS device. So yeah, there you go. This is the configuration. You have to enter the interface fast Ethernet 1 and then configure the no switch port. And this is the configuration of, I think this is the link to, it is to link to the core switch, I think. I might be wrong. The router on the right, I mean. And then, yeah. And then on the switch, you have to configure the VLAN and then, so all of those basic things with the range of the interface. You gotta have to mix them. You have to match the fast Ethernet and the PC that it came off. So there you go. You got you have to set the name right there, and then you have to set the what port does that VLAN is actually in, and then yeah, and then don't forget to configure the spanning tree port fast. And there you go. And then don't forget to do some trunk. As you can see right here, uh, to check the VLAN, that is the command right there. Do show VLAN brief, and then you can see all the VLAN that is active and at what port is it. In the encapsulation, you actually configure the encapsulation for the what is it called, the MLS trunk. You have to do that. You have to do the encapsulation on Q on the MLS. So as you can see right there, don't forget to save the configuration with the do right. And then for the MLS configuration, let me see. So as you can see right there, the IP address of 10.10.10 is actually an IP address, so you can connect it to the router on the right side right there. And then you know you wanted to activate the VLAN 10, 20, and 30 and save the configuration as it should, so it can be saved here with a do right. I don't know why is it manual, but like yeah. Yeah. So there you go. You can see, and in this one, if you wanted to actually see the IP interface of the VLAN, you can see it uh, with the do show IP interface brief. And yeah, and as you can see right here, the password is Cisco. There you go. The show VLAN brief, and you can see all the VLAN that's activate. And then for the trunk, yeah, we need the encapsulation so that the trunking can actually work on the switch. And then wait. Mm. For the next one, you wanted to match it with your VLAN for the IP address. I forgot to put the do show IP. There you go. You can see all the VLAN. So the IP address of 10.10 is going to be the access for the router on the right, and then all the VLAN of 10, 20, and 30 is actually there. So it is configured, and yeah, that is the IP address for the VLAN 3. Yeah, wait a second. And we're gonna see the do show running config. There you go. This is the pool, the HCP pool, the HCP server that I've made for all the VLAN. So yeah, and as you can see right here, this is this is for the this is the HCP pool. And the default router right here, you can fill it with your gateway. Then the DNS server is actually in the criteria that is in this whole thing. And yeah, there you go. Mm, so all the PC gonna get the DHCP in from the MLS. So yeah, because this trunking has actually worked. And now We're going to see the configuration for this area right here. As you can see, yeah, you wanted to configure the password and stuff. All of that is matter, and then name the VLAN or 40, 50, and 60 right there, and then do some interface range and all of that basic thing, and switch one. And this is actually really important because if you don't have your port to get to know each other to which VLAN it's supposed to go, it is not it's gonna be useless. All the configuration on MLS is gonna be useless. And there you go. Interface range, net 2 until 3, because uh, and that right there you can see, you can mix it, you can match it the with the whole fast Ethernet, with the whole port that is connected to the all to to the PC. And then don't forget to activate the port fast, the spanning tree port fast, so it can actually be good. So there you go. And don't forget to trunk. And this is for the switch 2 right here. Yeah. Oh, man, all the same thing, switchboard mode access and stuff. You're gonna use the switchboard mode access for this one. And then don't forget the trunk, because it is one of the important thing, so that all the PC can actually get the IP from the DHCP server, so it can actually be connected to each other. So as you can see right here, do show VLAN brief. You can see the VLAN of 60 and 70 is activated, because it is the only VLAN that is connected to the switch 2 right there. So, and yeah, you can see the core switch 1. I'm gonna show you all the configuration. All of the the DNS server is actually 192, 92, 90, and 2, because it has been that way from the criteria. So you just gotta match it right there, and then don't forget to save the configuration by write the command of do right. So yeah, There you go. It's all the same thing. You know, you wanted to configure the HCP pool and stuff. That's actually important. Ooh, right there. Yeah, you can see all the VLAN that is activated, and yeah, don't forget to link this MLS device to the router, the core router one, because it is really important for another step, which is OSPF that I'm gonna do. And as you can see right there, the command is interface fast Ethernet one, no switch port. So yeah, that is really important for the link to the core router one. And you can see right there the IP address 10.10.10.14, and so it is, you know, I usually configure the IP address first and then the port, and what switch port that is that I'm gonna do. So there you go. This is for the link to the router one. Yeah, and you want to configure all the PC with the DHCP. Yeah, and the same thing for switch 3 right there. You wanted to you want the, what is it called, your PC to actually know what interface that they're in and what VLAN that they're in. So yeah, as you can see right there, interface range of, and then don't forget the port fast, and then for the interface F fast Ethernet one, and the switch mode the trunk. Then as you can see right there, the trunk. Wait, the VLAN brief right there. So yeah, VLAN 80 and VLAN 90 has activated, and that is a good sign. So we're gonna go to the router 3. Yeah, and then for the encapsulation, you have to activate the encapsulation. As you can see right there, the interface Ethernet 1.80, and then an encapsulation on Q80, and then for the IP address of the VLAN 4, VLAN 80, 192.168.80 and 1, and don't forget the subnet mask for 255, and then the interface VLAN for the VLAN of 90 right there. Yeah, it is all, you gotta configure all of that. And then for the IP configuration for these, for what VLAN is this? PC16. Yeah, VLAN 80, you wanted all of this to be uh, DHCP mode, so it can automatically receive an IP address from the switch, from the core router. So there you go. And you wanted to make sure all of this to be pinged successfully. As you can see at the bottom of my screen right there, all of this has success. And then for the router 1, core router 1, for your information right there. Yeah, and this is for the core router 2. This is the configuration right here. So interface range, Ethernet 0 to 1, and then 1 and 0, no shutdown. And then you wanted to set the IP address for these two, for this fast Ethernet, so you can actually connect to the core router 3 and core router 1 with no problem. As you can see right here, the interface fast Ethernet 1 slash 0, and then IP address of 10.10.10.2, and then the subnet mask of 255. And then for the interface fast Ethernet 0 slash 1, as you can see right there, the IP address is 10.10.9, and then the subnet mask, and there you go. And then for core router 3 right there, you wanted to do all the encapsulation right there. I had explained it earlier in the video. Composition of the line Q 80. So 80. This 80 is actually a VLAN for VLAN 80, and an IP address of 192.80 and 1, and then for the 90, it's you just gotta switch it to. So yeah, you wanted to ping, do ping 10 point 10.10.6. So there you go. Success rate 100%. And wait, let me check it. For the server, this is the as you can see right there. You want to set the CNAME to agunacourse.com right here, www1, and then the host name agunacourse.com. This is the CNAME. This is the first, and this is the first version, and then you kind of wanted to, as you can see right here, you just gotta match the thing. And for the A record right there, the type of A record, you're gonna fill the name with agonacross.com and then the address of 192.168.90.3 right there, as you can see. Yeah. Mm, oh wait. And then for the server too, so yeah, there you go.